Hello and welcome back to Byron's Adventures. When we left off, we were actually pretty far away from where we are right now, and I was going to attempt to take a Lycaron. That would be our next logical step to try and continue consolidating this area right here. However, I noticed that there was a very large army traveling in this direction. There's one as well. There's another one, led by Monchug himself. Over 1,000 units in that one, and we do have a number of allies engaged in a battle here, so we're going to go and see if we can help them out. So as you can see, they're actually going to achieve victory here anyway, but I kind of wanted to capitalize on this, try and get some additional relation with the various opponents that no doubt we will be able to defeat and indeed take prisoner as well if we so desire. But that's the point. We just want the opportunity to take them prisoner, and then as a result let them go, gain some relation, and then hopefully be able to persuade them in the future. So let's see what we can do. Let's actually tell my archers to go loose right here, tell my infantry to go into a shield wall formation, and I'm going to do a little bit of shooting here this time around. Oh, nice headshot, Mr. Byron. Very good. I am very surprised. There's another headshot as well. Very good. Okay. So, what we also want to do is we want to take a look at how much cavalry we actually end up having. We have a pretty significant amount by the looks of things. So I'm going to place all of my cavalry over in this position here. The enemy is going to charge straight on in by the looks of things, which is, in my opinion, a mistake. I mean, obviously, you know that you know how I feel about charging in. Sometimes I think that charging in is very, very effective when the enemy is not in any kind of formation and is kind of a little bit disorganized. But as it stands right now, charging in for them is really kind of a pretty big mistake in my opinion. But well, that's you know how I feel about that. Anyway, let's take our infantry over here, put our archers just a little bit further back, and then we'll tell our cavalry to charge in, because as you can see, the enemy's cavalry does seem to want to harass ours just a little bit, and I cannot have that. Thank you very much. I do not appreciate it. So let's see if we can maybe do a little bit of stabby here. There we go. Come on. Yeah, get him. Get him. There we are. Not too bad. Not too bad. Ah, 2 damage. Yeah, that's probably not incredibly good, is it? No, that's probably not incredibly good, but whatever. Oh well, never mind. Ah, hello. Oh, I really thought I got him there for a second, but no such luck. Yeah, it's a bit difficult with this particular weapon. I know that I've said that this weapon is really good, and I very much enjoy using it. However, for thrusting attacks, you do need to get pretty close, and in comparison to some of the other lengthier weapons, you're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage unless your opponent is either unaware of your upcoming attack or is, well, attacking from a different angle or not deciding to block or anything like that. Basically, if they are just completely open to attack from any direction, then you're going to be doing a pretty good job with this. But that is the case with pretty much any weapon anyway. So, yeah. But that's the reason why you might want to consider using a couch lance or something, because this thing cannot be couch lanced, which is a little bit of a gripe that I have with it. Because I personally like couch lancing a huge amount in this game. I feel like Bannerlord has done a much better job of implementing the couch lancing in comparison to Warband, where the couch lancing is much more rigid and much slower to use in Warband than it is in Bannerlord. And in Bannerlord, it just has that kind of... I think generally Bannerlord is just a smoother game in many respects, although it is still in development, of course, so things are going to just, well, hopefully improve over the development cycle. Obviously, we don't know what is going to happen as time goes on, but, well, the point is that couch lancing in Warband, whenever you make a hit, or even a miss, or even a block, sometimes, couch lancing can be blocked in Warband, then basically it takes a long time. It takes about 5 seconds to recharge if you're traveling at the fastest speed that you can possibly travel at. So it's a very big commitment, shall we say. It's a commitment to attack. And in many ways, that's actually very good, because that means that anyone that's couch lancing against you cannot potentially use that ability again and again and again to deal massive damage to your forces. And in general, Warband, of course, does have some pretty big power disparities between the units available. For example, Swadian Knights. Yeah, we all know, if you've played Warband, if you're a fan of the Mount and Blade series for longer than just the Bannerlord release, then you'll know that Swadian Knights are insane. They are very much insane. I will actually be taking quite a few of these prisoners here because I'd like to try and persuade these nomads to join us and then hopefully potentially become horse archers. But anyway, yes, Swadian Knights are crazy good. Let's just say that. And if you have a whole bunch of those and they all come equipped with lances and you had the Bannerlord way of doing couch lancing, yeah, let's just say that the Swadians would be even more powerful than they are already. So that is definitely something to bear in mind, and that's maybe the reason why the delay, or shall we say the recharge or the cooldown or whatever you want to call it, is actually included in the Warband formula for couch lancing. Because if you didn't do that, you'd have the Bannerlord style where you can pretty much chain couch lance. You can chain your couch lancing again and again and again. And you basically have a cooldown of maybe like 2 seconds, maybe 3. And I think that is actually a very cool system. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that the differences between the two games are actually pretty significant in comparison to what you'd think, because it's such a, well, I guess a minor part. It's such a minor part of the game because just think about it. We have just this one weapon or a couple of weapons that can do that actual thing, but it makes so much, it has such a difference. It has such a difference between the two, so it's pretty crazy. Anyway, we do have a number of people that we are going to be able to rescue here, so what I will be doing is we'll put a bit of a limit on what I'm going to be taking here. So I will be taking everything tier 4 and above, and that is pretty much it. I don't really want to take a huge amount of infantry or anything like that, but I kind of don't want to waste units, if you know what I mean, because there's no one else in here, so it's basically just me capturing a bunch of people. Actually, not even capturing, I'm literally rescuing them. And yeah, basically these things are hopefully going to be able to level up into some really, really strong units, and then we'll have an even stronger army than we already do, which is great. So let's see if I can... Oh, wow, there's a huge amount of them, isn't there? This is crazy. That's the reason why I put a limit on it, because otherwise I'm just going to go over, because I already have, what is that now, 548, so I didn't really want to go further than that, because they're just going to eat me out of house and home. You can see that. I've already got only 32, well, I say only 32 days, I know, I have quite a significant amount of food, but if I do, create an army or something like that, then it's going to very quickly dwindle into nothingness. So, that's something that we should be a bit aware of. Otherwise, let's loot all. Yes, loot all. And we have taken Onira once again, because we actually had taken that beforehand. But, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look here. So, we are being supported here. This guy is using some of his influence. Gifor. I'm actually going to give it to Gifor, I think, because this guy hasn't been that good in defending things. And Gifor only has 24 relation with us, so I'm going to give it to him. And it might very well be the reason why we're not seeing a very big percentage from Gifor right here, is because he doesn't have a huge amount of influence, and that might be the reason. So let me see here. Where is Onira? Is it all the way at the end? I would assume it's all the way at the end. Yes, it is. Okay, so what faction is he? Oh, I don't even know what clan he's a part of. That is really terrible, isn't it? Dionyscus, I think. Dionyscus, right? Is that him? No, that's Crotor. Oh, okay. I should just literally, search for Gifor himself, right? Okay, so Dolentor. Okay. So we're going to just go over into our kingdom screen here. And Dolentor. Wait, maybe I want to... Oh, I can sort by... Yes, this is good. Sort by alphabetized. There we go. That's better. And there we go. All right, yeah. So he only has... Oh, what's actually going on here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we are. All right. Yeah, so he only has a extremely small amount of influence. I'm actually just going to give him a huge amount here. I have over 7,000, so it might make a little bit of sense, you know, to give him a little bit more, because everyone else is just swimming in influence right now. So it's not really necessary for them to be really being given any through my assistance. But it would be also kind of good to level up our relation with him a little bit. So pretty happy about that. And we'll get him to about 500, and then we'll leave it. There we go. Yeah, so what we also want to do is we want to go into Anura right here, and we probably want to sell some of our gear, because I'm running around with a pretty significant amount. So let's just sell all of that. As you can see, I'm going to get literally straight up 67,000 from that. I probably could have gotten more from it, but I already have over 2 million, so I'm pretty happy with that. And if anyone wants more than 2 million to join our faction, I'm probably just going to say, okay, no, thank you. You know, I'm probably not going to go super crazy about trying to persuade people unless they're like a super big vassal that has massive amounts of fiefs and would, you know, bring a huge swing of power our way. That would be pretty fun. So let's see what this guy has. He has nothing? Are you serious? All right, so because he has nothing, I'm pretty sure I should be able to persuade him to join us. Oh, really? Why are you so difficult to persuade, fellow? You look at this, 91% chance? Really? A 91% chance would not work? Yeah, I have no idea why this guy has so much... look at that. Well... I don't know why. I mean, it wouldn't have worked anyway, even if I had gotten success on that last one. But I have no idea why this guy has so much loyalty. He only has 4 relation with us. That might make a bit of a difference. Okay, so Danustica is also something that has just been taken. You know what? I really do need to eliminate this army, don't I? Yes. It's not something that I really want to do so badly right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until my forces are a little bit restored. Let's take a look at my character screen here, because I think I might have something, or some people might have some traits that I need to spend. There are so many people to spend the traits of now, which is just crazy. Okay, we'll go for the ranged penalty. And yeah, a number of people have been actually mentioning in the comments, what's going on with Mr. Byron? You know, what's going on with him? Because he is still alive. And I'm not entirely sure if at this point, are we actually wanting him to die? I don't know. I don't really think so, to be honest. I think it would be a great shame if he were. But it would be, shall we say, somewhat interesting to see what happens, I suppose. Because I've never seen that before, and I think it could be quite fun. Although I don't wish Byron to die, of course. I think that would be sad. But we actually have some focus points here to spend, so I guess we'll just get some leadership. And we'll get some social skill with Eilina right here. And then Triss also needs to get something, so I guess we'll just get some medicine with her. And I don't think anyone else needs anything, right? Nope, doesn't seem like it. All right, that's fantastic. All right, so yeah, we're just going to wait until we have restored ourselves just that little bit more. Ooh, this might be problematic. Hello, Aldrich. Okay, yeah, okay, so this guy's scared of me, as you can quite clearly tell, because he has literally just recruits as far as I can see. And he does have some higher tier units, but they are very much in the minority. Shouldn't be too difficult for us to deal with them. I would like Aldrich to come out of here if at all possible. There he is. Hello, sir. Yes, I would like to speak to you. I'm sure he has something. I'm sure he has a fief or two, potentially. Because this is a pretty big vassal from Vlandia. Oh, look. Do you see that in the distance? Look at that guy. He's getting killed. Or shall we say pursued by one of our armies. He'll probably... Oh, wow, there's another one. Oh, wow, yeah. We are literally like... I don't even know. We're kind of like Legion. We're just like everyone is just piling on to the opponent, and they can't really do much about it. It's pretty crazy. All right, so let's have a look here. No, Ospir. I guess we'll give it to this guy because he only has one. I'm not entirely sure when this guy's going to actually stop being on my selections, to be honest. It would be kind of cool to potentially select other people. Oh, he's trapped himself. Oh, he trapped himself. Look at the power level disparity. What? Crazy. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's see if we can get him. Are you serious, Aldrich? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? This is why we can't have nice things. Well, if I can get the next one, and... Oh, really? Oh, well. Oh, well, never mind. I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway, actually, because I thought that the end one, the last conversation option, might be a critical success chance, but that is not indeed the case. So, oh, well. I'm actually kind of surprised, really. Well, I probably shouldn't be surprised, because Aldrich is a bit of a stubborn guy, and it's a bit, you know... He's kind of a little bit difficult to work with, so I guess, yes, I guess we'll just try again another time. But he does have a number of Khuzait prisoners that we should be able to rescue, which is very nice. And as you can see, I actually do have 106 prisoners in my prisoner's hold, and I should probably go and speak to them right away, because there's a number of them that we could try and persuade. Look at how many people we have, literally. It's such a chore to level them all up, isn't it? Actually, maybe not so much of a chore, because it literally took me about 20 seconds. I thought there was many more than there actually was. But anyway, yeah, let's have a look here. So, Marinia, 725. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm mainly using Byron as kind of like a destroyer unit at the moment. I'm basically making it so that he is the kind of guy that, because of the huge, enormous amount of cavalry that he has in his army, I'm kind of using him as kind of like a hunter-killer kind of thing, trying to take out as many of the enemy armies as I possibly can. That seems to be a pretty good way to use him at the moment. Going to give this to Ospir. And a couple of people were supporting me, as you can see right there, but no one else was being supported that much. Yeah, so that's what I'm probably going to try and do. Because we do have Lavinia Castle here. Only 543. Oh, look at that. We actually have a siege going on. And apparently these guys... Okay, this is a bit weird. Apparently they did not get themselves into a battle with this army, which is a bit strange to me. I actually thought that they would attack them. So I guess because I am the destroyer unit, self-proclaimed, mind you, I am going to try and defeat them, I suppose. And we'll see what we can do. There we go. All right, so of course I won't try to persuade him again. That's just not going to work, is it? It always grinds my gears, you know. It always grinds my gears when they go to themselves and they say, "Oh, yes, you know what? I'm not gonna believe you, even though you're speaking to me with an 85% chance." You know, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Okay, so let's get these guys into shield wall. It says archers into shield wall, but don't be fooled. It's just treating the infantry as archers, because I think most of my infantry at the moment are ranged, or they have thrown weapons. So that is probably the reason. So yeah, just bear that in mind. So, you know, you don't misconstrue what I'm actually trying to do here. Because I would not put archers into a shield wall unless they're a huge amount of crossbowmen or something like that, and they have massive Pavis shields or something like that. Anyway, yeah, we're going to tell these guys to charge in now, these allied cavalry. Try and eliminate the enemy cavalry before the other guys are coming upon us and trying to charge in. Nice. Oh, yeah. Doing pretty well with the spear. I think it's because I really haven't used it that well recently that, in general, I've become a bit rusty, you know? I've become a bit rusty about it. And then maybe I can maybe do some damage here. Ooh, nice. Oh, dear. I'm dead. Oh, yeah. No. I still might be dead. So, don't worry. This is all according to plan, everyone. Yes, it's all according to plan. No problem at all. Of course, I'm just joking. Anyway, let's see if I can maybe do some damage here. Are you serious? You're trying to run me down, sir? That's not going to work. Wow, I actually hit him in the head and he survived. Do you believe that? Wow. He must have a very thick skull indeed. Or his helmet was just dramatically good. Okay. We gotta have our head on a swivel right here. We gotta make sure that we have situations under control. Ah, no, there we go. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Not really. Not really. I don't really want to run into those archers if at all possible. I'd like to actually kill the archers with my bow. Nice. I'd like to hit some more if at all possible. Ah, well, that didn't work out too badly. We actually did get quite a few hits. Quite a few surprising hits as well, actually. I was not expecting to get as much damage as I actually did. So that's pretty good. Get him. Get him. Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh, that was a legionary. Yeah, we got to be a bit careful of those guys. You know, I'm actually really surprised that I am still alive. To be honest, I have been not particularly, shall we say, careful about my HP in this fight. Oh, wouldn't you? But just be, you know, that would just be the way. You know, I survive the whole time, and then I get killed by some peasant. That's usually how it goes for me, isn't it? So yeah, just watch this space. Watch this space for me getting killed by like a watchman or a caravan guard or something along those lines. Although caravan guards are actually not even that bad in Bannerlord in comparison to the previous title of warband. So yeah, you know, they're pretty deadly. It's kind of like militia, you know. Militia are pretty decently statted. They're not too bad. But there you go. We lost a grand total of only 16 units, and Byron survived, if you can believe it. Wow. Pretty crazy. All right, so we're just going to continue letting some of these guys go. Hopefully we'll be able to get some of them in a conversation by themselves when they're not actually in an army. And then that would definitely be very advantageous for us. Hopefully the nearby army now of ours will be able to initiate the siege without being, you know, harassed or anything like that. And let's see, anything else that I want to take here? Nope, doesn't seem like it, apart from these guys. There we go. Oh, and these guys as well. There we are. All right. Still basically just taking cavalry as much as I possibly can. Although if I see something particularly good, then of course I'll take some of those as well. All right. So let's have a look. Do I want to... Ooh, no, Abagai is not the leader of a clan. I remember Abagai actually from very, very long ago. I was going to marry her, I believe. I think Byron was thinking about marrying her, but we decided on someone different in the end. Okay, so Epinosa Castle has been taken. Let's give this to... I'm going to give this to Nicasaur, actually, because he only has one castle. Well, now he has two. So that's hopefully going to help him out quite a bit. And what else do we want to do here? Mahir, this guy... I mean, I could basically just auto-resolve against these guys super, super easily. If I could catch up to them, no. The trials and tribulations of having an extremely large army. Yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? Okay, maybe we can get them? Yeah, it's highly unlikely, isn't it? I need someone that has a smaller army to basically be around here just to kind of catch up to them and things like that. I could potentially call for someone to help me out. But let's actually just take a quick look here. Oh, they're going to do absolutely fine. I could join them and actually assist them for a real quick second, because being able to just add that additional layer of bodies on top would probably be quite advantageous for this army here, and try to prevent a lot of casualties from being sustained. So that's not too bad. Let's take some Khuzait Raiders right here. We should probably... Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's all we need to really take. We can take the loot as well. Of course, we do get other things as well for helping, instead of just reducing the casualties taken. You know, we get a whole bunch. So we're going to give this to... I'm going to give it to Adram because this is actually an Aserai fief, and it kind of makes sense for Adram to potentially have it. And Poros is something that he has as well, and it's not that far away, is it? Oh, it is actually quite far away. Oh, well, never mind. Guess this is kind of out of the way, so maybe it won't make too much difference to him. Ooh, look at that. We just took a whole bunch of them prisoner. Oh, yes, we did. Very nice indeed. And we are now the owner of Danustica as well. And I'm going to be giving this to Faron because I did not give him anything beforehand. And I like to be fair. You know, I like to be a little bit fair about things. All right. So there is another army on the horizon, as you can see. Tazler is leading that one. And who's leading this one over here? Monchug himself. All right. So we do have Belgier's army too. I believe that Belgier is probably going to try and take Onira from us, but again, as we've so far seen, they don't really reinforce their garrisons that well, so even if they did decide to take it and were successful in their efforts, it probably wouldn't make too much difference, to be honest. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we will be creating an army. Let's have a look and see who's closest. There's actually a lot of people close by, which is really nice. These guys are going to be able to join me almost instantaneously, pretty much. And we're going to just take this castle right quick. What are we going on here? Oh, Tile! Look at that! Tile was also taken. That's crazy. I don't know who to give it to be honest. This guy does not have a town. And this guy does, but he only has one fief. I'm going to give it to this guy. Going to give it to this guy because his home is actually relatively close by. Balgard is pretty close by to Tile. Well, it's in Sturgian territory, I suppose, so if you can call that close, you know, then I guess that is indeed the case. Otherwise, hopefully those people will come close to me. And look at that. Yes, look at the power level. The power level is just shrinking dramatically. And there we go. All right, let's just tell them to auto-resolve this all the way. And we will be fine with that. As I've said before, I personally feel like auto-resolving in castles is probably the way to go. And then doing manual killing of the walls and everything in towns is probably the best way to go for them. All right, anything else that I want to take here? Doesn't seem like it. All right, pretty happy with that. And we can also take the loot. And I think we should probably take a look at the world map now and actually see what's going on. Okay, so we have quite clearly done something a little bit wrong here, yes. We do need to take Lavinia Castle, Marinia Castle, Onika Castle, and then the 3 towns in between. That would make a lot of sense. But on the one hand, this is actually kind of good. This is actually a pretty decent way of doing things because now the Crusade have kind of like a front line for them to focus on because they're going to be focusing on things like, for example, this one over here, Jogaris Castle, as well as Onira, Odrisa Castle, Danustica, and even this Aserai town that we took relatively recently. So they can focus on all of that while we consolidate our territory behind that. And we can kind of use it as a bit of a shield, if you know what I mean. But as it stands, it looks as though we are in a very, very good position here. I will be disbanding my army to let them go and do whatever they want. And that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.